The Mets lost the game yesterday. Just the Mets didn't play good baseball in Minnesota. They just didn't play good baseball, and it wasn't great to watch as a Met fan, honestly. Now Juan Soto hit 2 home runs in the series, back-to-back days, but yesterday, 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts, and first of all, he grounded to first base in a big spot, bases loaded, first pitch swinging. Now, what I don't like about what's going on with Juan Soto is the body language. I don't know what's going on with Juan Soto, but the body language, the aura that Juan Soto brings to the table, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it right now. And it's only been 18 games. It's going to be 162 games. We got a lot more to watch Juan Soto. But we're looking at the averages of these guys. We're looking at the averages of Lindor right now, 239, OPS of 651. He looks like he's coming around earlier than last season, which is a good thing for the Mets because last season Lindor couldn't hit a lick. So, and then you got Juan Soto, obviously 231 batting average 231, 18 games, but 798 OPS. I don't know what's going on. We got Pete Alonso, who's literally the hottest hitter right now in the Mets. He's the best hitter in the Mets right now. He's the best. It's crazy to even say that because last year you didn't think that, but now Pete Alonso. You can't imagine this team without Pete Alonso. Imagine this team without Pete Alonso. And, with 365 batting average, an OPS of 1,204 right now. He's literally doing insane. And then you go to Jesse Winker, 200 average, 656 OPS. When it comes to Jesse Winker, when it comes to this lineup in general, this lineup just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. All these guys look below average to start the season, and it is 18 games, but what I'm seeing out of Brandon Nimmo really concerns me. And really concerns me because Brandon Nimmo used to be a guy that the Mets could depend on with consistency, with giving hard at-bats, not striking out a lot. And now, ever since, obviously, I know he's not being the leadoff hitter. He's not the leadoff hitter anymore for the New York Mets. And maybe that has got to him and his mental. I don't know. But what I feel like let's look at the Brandon Nimmo numbers right here. We got 203 batting average. 203 batting average. That's low. Come on, man. It's a disgusting batting average for Brandon Nimmo. It really is. And he struggled for like 5 to 6 months last year. Like, what I want to see from Brandon Nimmo is I want to see him do what he used to do. Have heart, have those long at-bats. Do something for the offense. I don't want to see Brandon Nimmo in this leadoff, in this cleanup spot anymore. And the Mets have been taking Brandon Nimmo out of the cleanup spot and inserting guys like Jesse Winker, like Marte. These guys, literally, Winker, to me, is not the answer. I don't feel like Winker is the answer there. I think he's below average. I don't think he's that great of a hitter. Come on. 200 batting average, 656 OPS. He's a guy that gets on base and he has some power, but he's not the guy that you're scared of when it comes to the cleanup spot. So I don't know what the Mets need to do with the offense, but something needs to change. And something needs to change like soon. Because yes, the Mets are 11-7. Yes, the Mets are in first place in the National League East. But they're not there. They're not all the way there. They're not the great offense that we thought they were going to be. And it is 18 games. We got more to watch. But when it comes to Mark Vientos, he had a day off. He's gotten 3 hits in a row before that. So I hope Mark Vientos is coming along. He's coming back to form because the Mets desperately need Mark Vientos. And you got Acuna. We got to talk about Acuna. Acuna has been, to me, a guy that has a good swing. Yes, he's going to strike out a bit, but he's a guy that adds an element to this team that the Mets don't have, and that's the speed, and that's the energy. You look at Luis Angel Acuna, this guy plays with energy. we haven't seen energy really from this team. We haven't really seen the energy. These guys don't look like they're having fun. It was kind of the same thing as last year. When the Mets, in the beginning of the season, they did not look like they were having fun. And I want the Mets to look like they're having fun. That's what I want from the Mets. And you got Juan Soto, his mojo, his body language looks completely horrible. He doesn't look, I think he smiled yesterday. He smiled yesterday. And he went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And he grounded out in a big spot. And also the first pitch swinging. Come on, man. If you're in a big spot, why are you first pitch swinging? And then you got Tyrone Taylor. 163 batting average. I mean, OPS of 409. The Mets have a center field problem. They do have a center field problem. And maybe this is all going to come together when Jeff McNeil comes back, when Francisco Alvarez comes back, because Luis Torrens is not the problem. The catcher position is not the problem. It's the rest of the offense. And the offense just hasn't done much. The offense just hasn't provided enough. Yes, they have won games. Why? Because of the pitching in the bullpen. How long is that really going to last? You need offense in baseball, and the Mets are going to have to provide offense to win baseball games. And when it comes to the Mets, I want to see the good offense on paper. I want to see Lindor. I want to see Soto, Alonso. I want to see this lineup work. Maybe you have to make some changes to the lineup. Maybe you have to make some changes. Maybe you got to have Mark Vientos in the second spot, Lindor in the first spot like last year, and Soto in the third spot, and Alonso in the fourth spot cleanup. Maybe this is something that you have to do. And I don't think that it will change Pete Alonso and what's happening to him right now. I don't think that would change. If you change the lineup, I don't think that will change Pete Alonso's mojo. But I don't know what's going on with this offense, man. With this offense, just it's right now. Brandon Nimmo really concerns me, and I mean really concerns me because he's striking out a lot. This is not the Brandon Nimmo that we know. And we don't need this guy to hit 30 home runs. Yes, we would like it. But if he's sacrificing average for power, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Brandon Nimmo sacrifice average for power. I want to see him drive in runs and be consistent and have those hard, long at-bats. That's what I want to see from Brandon Nimmo. And we haven't seen that. We have not. I don't know what's going on with Brandon Nimmo, but something needs to come together for this guy because first, I don't know if it's the injury. I don't know what he was going through. I don't know. Something needs to come together for Brandon Nimmo. Something. And then you got Brett Baty. Brett Baty got 2 hits yesterday, okay, but this guy has been awful. And I mean, Baty got a 175 batting average or 425 OPS. This offense needs to wake up. And maybe it's going to take them going to the homestand because they were playing better in their home. So maybe tonight when they face the Cardinals, maybe they'll bring with some energy. Maybe the home crowd will give them some energy because the Mets need it. The Mets need energy. They need it. And hopefully you got Soto who I got to see a different Soto, man. I don't know what's going on with Soto, but I'm going to tell you this. He is pulling the damn ball too much. He's trying to pull the ball. He's not hitting the ball straight away. He is really trying to be pull heavy. It's not Yankee Stadium. You are not a Yankee anymore. Hit the ball opposite field. Hit the ball straight away. If you have runners in bases loaded, 1 out, hit the ball the other way. Try to get the runner in. That's what you got to do if you're Juan Soto. Juan Soto needs to wake up. Brandon Nimmo needs to wake up. Mark Vientos, he's looking like he's coming back around. Acuna is actually doing something for the offense, which is something. But the pitching, the bullpen has